position. You are free hitting. Who is your three and
I
or
am,
two?
and well, it is exactly that decision. It's whether to play five in midfield or three up front. I think at going into this week, Aubameyang was kind of one of my front runners because I thought that Watford game looks really good. He's still chasing the Golden Boot, but actually Arsenal just looked so poor against Villa. I mean, not surprising. They've got the FA Cup to play for, which worries me a bit about his minutes. And they've got nothing to play for now in the league. Like, they're guaranteed a ridiculously low finish. The only kind of good thing I think that will work for them is the fact that Watford have also got something to play for, and so it means Arteta's probably going to put out a strong team because he's not going to just throw away the match just to give Watford 3 points. So he should play, but I wouldn't be surprised to see an early sub for Aubameyang, no matter what's happening, if they're losing or whatever. So it does actually put me off him a bit. At the moment, I'm actually leaning towards five in midfield because using the Aubameyang money, I could get Son, for example, against Palace, and both of those could score kind of quite similarly. I think Son might actually have more kind of explosive potential of getting a couple of goals more than Aubameyang has got, maybe. Or I could go for Antonio because at the moment I've in some of the drafts I actually haven't got Antonio in because I'm thinking Villa, desperate to survive. West Ham now safe. Is that a bit of a risk? But actually, I'm. This is the kind of thing I'm worried that I'm overcomplicating a bit. I mean, Antonio is probably the most in-form player in the league somehow. So sort of dumping him before a home game against Villa does look a bit risky. So I'm actually thinking that out of my three forwards, which are currently Kane, Ings, and Aubameyang, I think Aubameyang might be the one that I'd lose. Mainly because I just really like the look of that Crystal Palace match for Spurs. And I think Danny Ings just continues to surprise everyone. And I think he is the real contender for the Golden Boot alongside Vardy, who's got a tricky game against United. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Ings get a couple of goals against Sheffield United, who like Alexander says haven't got anything to play for really, and have looked a bit of a mixed bag since lockdown started. So yeah, I'm actually leaning towards not getting Aubameyang at the moment,
Okay.
Just
even though he was one of the first players in my initial draft.
on the FA Cup topic, there is 7 days before
Mm.
between the league game and the FA Cup game. And if Arteta thinks like Pep, because already Pep talked about keeping match fitness and keeping them in form for the Champions League, so that's why he gives minutes. For example, to Jesus, he keeps giving him minutes all the time, and it doesn't seem like to be a problem because he wants him to have much rhythm. So I don't think they will reduce the minutes too much because there are 7 days. If it was 3 or 4 days later, this would be like I
Yeah.
would never recommend getting Aubameyang. But with
But
7 days,
But the key difference is that, say Aguero gets injured for City, Jesus comes in. Say Sterling gets injured, Mahrez comes in. Who have Arsenal got if Aubameyang gets injured? And they're against Watford. Watford are going to be going at it. They've got Hayden Mullins as their manager now. Can you imagine the tackles that are going to be coming in from like Troy Deeney and like everyone? I mean, I reckon it's going to be an ugly game. I think Arteta's priority is going to be get that game won early,
You're
get
setting
1 or 2-0 up and get the hell out of there.
you're setting it up to be like that damned United game when Clough's Derby played Leeds just before they were about to play in Europe,
Yeah.
and Leeds just
Would that
completely
surprise you?
put them in hospital.